Yes, I love food. Hello, everyone. This is Sarah Fallon playing Rain World. Let's see if I can remember exactly what it's doing. Ah, yes, we wanted to explore over there. Yeah, we're on the shoreline, taking another direction from before. Although, considering we got an actual text hint over this way, feels like you were meant to come here a lot sooner. So maybe this will backtrack to the outskirts or something nearby. In any case, recently we had a chat with Looks to the Moon. Yeah, I don't think I can get up to that other one. Found out a lot of vocabulary, at least. Apparently, Looks to the Moon and Five Pebbles are called iterators that were created to solve something called the Big Problem, which I'm still not exactly sure what that is. Although it seems to have something to do with the karma meter and the not staying dead thing. Probably. In any case, there was another iterator called, I think it was Sliver Sticks. It's not silver. I kept wanting to say silver. Who supposedly had a solution to the problem. Problem is that she died or shut down or whatever as that was happening. So they're not sure what that means. Oh, that's why we got the danger music. So yeah, they're not sure if Sliver had an actual solution and just died before being able to relay it, or if it was some kind of bug in the system that caused an erroneous solution while dying, or erroneous signal, or some saying dying was the solution. Looks to the Moon is saying maybe we should just let her rest in peace. Oh, we've got bilge water here, apparently. At least it looks less clean. Yeah, and I'm still getting directed to what I've learned are called neurons, that I've been calling glow bugs, which are presumably part of the whole iterator thing, which appear to be organic computer systems, or at least partially organic. Wasn't there an... Didn't I have one of those rehydratable... Oh, of course, it hydrated in the water. I'm going to grab another one just to make sure I have plenty of food. Yeah, and the tribal sort of creatures are apparently called scavengers, or at least Looks to the Moon calls them that. And Looks to the Moon seems as authoritative as any source we're going to get. Ah, okay, there's an exit to another area. Let's rest on the other side, so I don't have that issue we shouldn't have that issue we had with Shaded Citadel the first time regardless, but... Yeah, the water here does not look clean. Yeah, would have needed relatively high karma to get through going to the shoreline, but not to exit. So yeah, this does feel like it's kind of backtracking, but I'm pretty certain I've never been here before. You know, I've definitely never been to this particular gate. Let's see what the Wanderer does. That's the thing to the right there. Yep, we got a new pip. And it's not the first one. I assume this first pip is outskirts, which we don't have because this didn't start filling up until after getting Survivor. There's outskirts, there's another place I haven't rested since then that's pretty early according to this. And then there's 3 more. I think one of those will be the drainage system, unless this is the drainage system. Last one is probably the subterranean, but that leaves 2 more unaccounted for. Yeah, this was Chieftain. It's not going anywhere at the moment. I don't know what caused it to. Again, I'm guessing it has something to do with the scavengers, but it seems to be going up and down more or less at random when I haven't even seen them. This, I think, has something to do with the colored pearls. So that's the color of the pearl I took to Books of the Moon when it popped up. Also, this symbol is the same as this one, but it has another one next to it. So it may... Like, if this has to do with roaming around and visiting different places, which, given the Wanderer, it seems to, that may have to do with wandering and finding things. So that would also fit with it being the pearls. And speaking of the pearls, we found out that Books of the Moon will read them if you bring them to her. Because apparently they are data storage mediums. And again, like I said before, they're sort of like USB sticks. Okay. There's something floating over there that looks not entirely friendly, but it's eating the fish. So that... I don't know if that's good or bad for me. I mean, it's good that the fish are being removed, but... At least I think it is. I'm pretty sure they want to eat me. But I don't know if the flying creatures themselves are hostile. Yeah, those fish are carnivorous. And they will latch onto you. But once they're out of the water, they can't do much. Oh, they're scavengers. Just drop that there. Hope they like it. I'm not armed, so hopefully they won't feel too threatened. There's a thing down there that looks like there should be a tunnel. Or... I had another word I was used for them once that I thought felt more appropriate. I think it was duct. Yeah, because you can... That wasn't very nice. Okay, guess they're feeling hostile today. Yeah, it's those things that... The long eye stalks that try to steal things from you, but are otherwise not harmful unless you attack them first. Some more food. I don't think I've heard this particular variant of the danger music before. Also, it looks like half that room is missing, but I don't think I've seen any side paths. Can I get up here? I think maybe. Not that there's much point, but I want to try to practice my acrobatics. So, draw it here. Yeah. Yeah, and throwing non-pointy things at those does not affect them, really. You got a popcorn plant and me without a spear. Not that I need food at the moment, but yeah. We got some runes in the floor here. Okay. There's a bunch of pearls there. And a collection of these guys. I have a feeling taking the pearls would upset them, so I won't. Just try to be on my way. Alright, green beater's halfway down. That guy has a bomb. Yeah, let's put the weapons down. Try not to upset them any further. Okay, it seems to want me to pick up the pearl and take it to the... But that did not work out. Yeah, I was getting a complicated message in the form of a hologram from the guide, which has happened a few times before. Okay, nothing moved. Okay, yeah, half that room is just missing. I think because I went through the ducts. So it's not properly connected. So let's try taking the bottom part, just to fill out the map. Yeah, the flying things don't seem to be bothering me. And I'm not getting danger music either. Although apparently they can knock you off your pole. But they can also take those off of you, which is actually useful. Okay. Yeah, and I got one of the other color watchers watching me. The one that doesn't give any useful information. I'm not seeing any scavengers this time. Yeah, that room is now showing up properly on the map. Are there any... I don't see any passages in the water. It's hard to tell, though. Wait. I'm hearing a noise that reminds me of when there are unlockables nearby. Very faint, though. Or maybe it's coming from the eye stalks. Okay, grab the other food. Yeah, I might want to not carry spears around here if there's a lot of scavengers, because they seem to take that as a sign of hostility. Or I'd assume they do. they've been acting pretty hostile already, but I can't imagine that makes it better. There, have some food. Maybe that'll make you happy. Yep, they still seem upset. There's my flower. Looks like one spear will do it. Yeah, there's a lot of these guys around. Oh, guys. Creatures. Actually, didn't I have a pearl in my second stomach? Maybe if after that, they'll be more friendly. Yeah. But I'll keep that in storage until I get closer. Did I grab that? Okay. Seems to be giving me moon jumps. And I got drowned by the fish. Or maybe not. No. I feel like I gave up a little too soon, but yeah, that didn't work out. Yeah, but where even is this? I can't remember seeing the name of it anywhere yet. Okay, stay out of the water. Wonder if I could eat those fish. Maybe after spearing them. Yeah, I can sort of jump on them. That's kind of neat. Yeah, eventually that'll dehydrate and flop off. Thing is, I'm going through the drainage tunnels. Or whatever it was called. Last time I came through, well, first time I came through here, makes it a little easier to cross the screen. We got one of these guys. Yeah, I guess this is exposed to this guy. Yeah, let's just toss the pearl. They seem to be at least interested in that. But no, they're still being violent. Maybe they just don't like me being here at all. It does seem to be sort of like a religious site, and no movement on anything. Okay, so yeah, I seem to have gotten myself into a spot where there's only one way through, and they don't seem to want to let me through. So either I need to pacify them somewhere somehow, or I just need to get through before they can do anything violent. Yeah, I guess we'll work on that next time. Until then, this has been Arafellin playing Rain World, and I still don't know where we are.